I've been producing war-based film and TV for years now. Beneath Hill 60 was my latest. This one's set in the First World War. And I soon became known as the war guy, and I got sent all sorts of war stories. I read a lot of wonderful ideas, but one story stood out, a Second World War story set against the backdrop of the fall of Singapore. And today Singapore is a modern, beautiful city, a major global port and financial center with a thriving cosmopolitan population. But there's still residents who remember a different place, a different time, a time when Singapore was the focus of world attention, but for a different reason. Imagine a life so good they never wanted to think it could happen. It was easier just to believe everything they were told, that the fortress of the East would protect them and everything they knew. It was there in the back of their mind, but they just didn't see it coming. Just 2 hours and 40 minutes after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, Japan launched an attack on Singapore and caught them sleeping. That night was just the beginning. Within 2 days, the 2 ships sent from Britain to protect Singapore were torpedoed at sea. Bombed and sunk. The pride of the Royal Navy, the battleship Prince of Wales, went down with hundreds of men. On land, Singapore was being attacked from the air every day. For the residents of this place, it was a huge shock. Through the backdrop of this dramatic time, we weave the stories of our 5 main characters. Olivia, the beautiful daughter of an English rubber plantation millionaire, and Kate, a feisty Australian nurse, both in love with Harry, a very charismatic Englishman living and working in Singapore. His main mate is Will, a laid-back American living in Singapore and working as a naval consultant. And to add Oriental fire to the package, there's Abby, a stunning Chinese cabaret singer. Their lives are thrown into turmoil as the Japanese war machine unleashes itself on the island. And it gradually dawns on them the British Empire will never be the same again. It's an action film, but a romantic story of how in the chaos of war, love can be found in very different packages, and how a carefree life of privilege can so quickly become one of bitter defeat and incarceration. Winston Churchill called the fall of Singapore the worst disaster in British history. Join us as we recreate that event and that time and make it all happen as a 3D feature film. It's a story that must be told.